Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a silver BAP. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that really does help me out quite a bit. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what my rates look like, all that good stuff. Are we seeing what we can surf on? Works for me. Who's your partner? Anna. And you're healing a brawl comp. Okay. So it's a good comp for you.
You're welcome. Attackers incoming.
Let me back.
Defend objective A.
Nice.
Adjusting.
I don't like quite how in the open we are here. I also don't like that we haven't really weaved much, so if we... We'll rewind. Hey, Semitic.
Ready for battle.
Hello.
Hey there. 5,
Okay,
4,
let's do this one more time.
Thank you, Baptiste. Oh,
1.
you're
Using
welcome.
the
Attackers incoming.
Bastion as your cover there, fine.
Defend objective A.
Charging that in case you need to use it, I got no issue. Here, you're going for that. That's a fine connection. He's no longer critical. He's no longer critical, and your Ryan's fine too. I would like you to start weaving left clicks at this point. Be it, hey, I'm going to try and keep that tracer honest. I'm going to keep the tracer honest. That's a very minor flick to go, hey, keep the tracer honest, and then flick back down to throw out another right click. Or, hey, I'm going to keep the tracer honest, then I'm going to flick over a right click onto my Ryan, then I'm going to flick a left click back onto my Zarya, then I'm going to do whatever needs to be done from there. Like, we want to be shooting in ways where it's small adjustments for our flicks between our right clicks and our left clicks, because we are looking to weave them. Hey, blah. No, this was not me calling out a reload. Funny.
Adjust.
Though I'm certainly not above it. Yes, I agree, Semitic. So, yeah, we haven't fired a single offensive shot yet. No one was missing health there. That was a completely meaningless right click, and now we are going to have to reload, and we haven't used a single left click yet. Again, these are small enough adjustments. We can go, hey, right click onto our Reinhardt, left click in the general direction of this red blob, right click onto our Reinhardt, left click in the general direction of this red blob. Like, I will settle for that at this level.
Get in here.
Did we use our shift? We used our lamp. I also want to use our shift, please. You're at 54 health. Your Anna's missing a little bit of health, and the tracer is in here. So, like, this is going to be useful because it's going to heal you. It's going to roll hots on 2 other people who are also missing health, and I expect this tracer to continue to do more. So I wanted to see shift out. If we're throwing our lamp here, which I'm not convinced that we had to do, maybe it was to try and save our echo. I would like our shift rolling. I would very much like our shift rolling. I would also like to hear an X button calling for Anna to heal you. And then I would like to turn and fight the tracer. No, didn't need that right click. We already threw out the lamp. It's more important to drive off the tracer with left clicks. Yeah, we went down without ever using our shift. We went down without ever using our shift, and we used, I believe, 1 burst of primary fire. We used 15 at least healing shots and 1 burst of our primary fire. That's not going to cut it. Okay, you're just giving up on it, which I'm fine with.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Retake your high ground. Nice shot. Okay, you heard your Ryan take damage. Look to see if you need to heal him. This is a long time that you haven't checked on your team. You had no idea what the status of your team was there.
Focus my target.
Get in here.
I wasn't as worried about your echo as you were. As soon as you connected with that first right click, I don't think you needed to lamp. You don't need to fight it. If you can get... No. Tracer's just dragged you to a flank. Well, your team is over here. Your Ana just naded herself because you haven't been paying attention to her for all this time. And your Reinhardt's missing a lot of health. You could hit a nice, right click and perhaps heal these two. Like, Tracer will get back to this fight way faster than you will. You being like, hey, I'm going to shoot her, I'm going to drop her, I'm going to throw, heal my Echo, that was fine. But you wanted to be like, I'm going to heal my Echo and shoot the Tracer from here. There was no reason for you to drop. And then you turn back to here and you contribute with your right clicks from here, or you work your way back up and then contribute with your right clicks from here, etc. Why would we drop? Are we just trying to reset ourselves? No, you're not trying to reset yourselves. Now I'm unclear on what you're doing. If you're trying to stay alive, you definitely don't drop. If you're trying to reset yourself, you don't use this cover. So, no.
Thanks for that.
C'est tant qu'on gon moun qui a veillé sur moi.
Let's try that again. Wait for it.
Get in here. Regen up.
Okay.
You're a chance.
No. You can do more to help your Mei on point from here than you can from point yourself. It's very hard to take down a Mei with an Ana and a BAP healing them from point. It's very easy to take down a BAP that is on point, realistically speaking. Are we at least going to use our boots to go up here? That would be cool. I'd be very good with that. Bye-bye!
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
On essaye ça encore.
We have our window. How are we going to use it? Good. We have the positioning that I want. I love it. Are you going to drop a window? It's okay. Like, I think you're winning this fight without the window just based on the interesting flank that Pharah's taking. You basically have a 2v6 right now. But, hey, let's just do it. Let's win. Okay, now you're definitely not going to spend anything because you've got the grab out there, but this is fine. But the thing that we're looking at is let's make sure we're weaving our shots because I am not at all worried about losing my team here. Healed up my Ana. They've been naded. I have an Ana. Your healing partner is an Ana, and for some reason you also have a Moira. Healing your team is very, very low priority right now. You want to definitely make sure that you're weaving your shots. Like, you can still get in those right clicks, but you definitely want to make sure you're getting left clicks between it. And you have the positioning to do so. Part of what makes high ground so good for BAP, part of it is, yes, hey, your heels angle down, they lob, etc. But part of what makes it so good is it is much smaller aim adjustments when you're on high ground to go from this to your team than it is to go from, I shoot my team over here, the enemy over here if I'm down on this ground. If you're on high ground, you can be like this, and my team is right here, the enemy is right here. Those are much smaller, you can see more of them at the time. It's smaller flicks for you to use your alternating fires, etc. Okay. Okay, so that there was no weave there. 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 That's our first shot. And this isn't stuff. This is just you fighting off a Tracer. This isn't weaving. Shift. Okay.
You all look like you needed some healing.
You have to lamp. Okay, you got the recall. You still have to lamp. You don't like spamming lamp like that? My preference would have been that you dropped earlier, etc. But you do have to lamp. Like, you got to do it. Okay.
Bombs locked on. Justice.
Se tan kom goun moun ka veye sou mwen. Pa gen yon moun pou bay sou.
Okay. I don't mind this at all.
Get in here.
Weave. Urian is not in that much danger. Okay.
Adjusting angle of attack.
Reload. They're fine. Weave. You're trying to heal a Mei in a nice block. You can't do it. You are leaning too hard on your right clicks. You need to be getting left clicks in here. That's at least 14 heals that you've thrown out since you've taken a left click. And for some of that, there weren't enemies available. Don't get me wrong. But that's a lot to be sending out there before you try to hit a shot on an enemy, etc. The play cycle for BAP is you're trying to get into situations where you're weaving between the two fires because there's effectively a cooldown, a locked out of it for both of his fire types between each shot. So you go, hey, I left click, and then I weave a right click. I right click, and then I weave a left click. That's what you're looking to do. Right click? No, there should have been a right click there. I don't mind the shift at all, but there absolutely should have been a right click before that third left click.
You all look like you need some healing.
Remember, you preemptively know after your as you're firing your left click, you know that your next shot is going to be a right click, so you should already be planning that flick. And as you're firing that right click, you know that your next shot is going to be a left click, so you should be planning that flick. You're sort of you got to be thinking a little bit ahead. It's unfortunate. This is gonna be rough.
Reach in, bro.
You're gonna have to lamp. Lamp. Yeah.
Burning them down.
Okay. So we never found a time to use our window, and that means we're not looking hard enough. What are we doing? Are we typing? Are we flaming our team? Are we saying you guys gotta peel Tracer off of me?
All better.
We can look. I'm pretty sure he accidentally threw it down here. Probably threw it further over than he meant to. Like, I'm not super... Okay, we'll rewind and check. Yeah, that's fine. You guys are more curious about it than I am, but that's fine.
Get in here.
He frisbeed it. Definitely didn't mean to, but he frisbeed it.
Helden sterben nicht.
All better.
Window. We're gonna get value out of this window. I believe. The window. Good. One more second. Window. We can even wait another half second. Okay. They're not going to like it if you window now. A window now would be perfectly fine. What are we doing? We're missing opportunity. There should be a window right here. This should happen. Please. Please window for me. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Let's... No, forget about the tracer. I want a window. And the moment has passed.
Get in here.
They're giving you another moment to window. They're doing it. Forget the tracer. Set your window.
Regen up.
Good shift. Melee. Okay. Turn. That tracer's not there. Turn and see if you need to heal. Turn. Check. You are way too tunnel visioning this tracer. This tracer has totally baited you out of throwing up a window that you needed to. It's totally baited you from checking on your teammates. Like, this tracer has done a fantastic job of driving you wild and making you pull your hair out.
You're fully healed. Let them out.
You don't want to just run in circles here. You want to jump up here where you can continue right-clicking, left-clicking, right-clicking, left-clicking, spamming right-clicks, whatever it's going to be. Okay. Okay.
Initiating match.
No
Ready
time
for
on
battle.
my watch.
Just a little more time to get ready.
I don't think so, B. Like, I think he does want the high ground, and the high ground is good. But I think he's doing a lot of, like, I'm going to go search. I'm going to, like, when he was on third, he was looking hard towards the corner that he thought the tracer was coming in from. When he went back to take his high ground, he didn't just hop in there. He went the long way and really looked hard for that tracer, etc. Like, he was interested in making sure that tracer never got to him, not just having the high ground. He did use the high ground.
Statistically speaking, I usually get most of my team back alive. Who's counting?
After hearing all of Reinhardt's stories, I
Fully
always
healed.
come.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Bat versus the world. Cool. Let's push while Tracer's resetting. But maybe, why are we not... What are we doing? Huh. It's a lot of time not looking at the Winston, not looking at the other guys. That was a messy push.
All better.
Okay.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Sure. Window is a pretty fast charging ult. Window is one of the ults that you can sort of get away with using while the enemy... I mean, you kind of have to get away with using while the enemy team is rotating as opposed to while they're committing, just based on how it works. And because of that, you can sort of be like, hey, it's, you know, it's a fast charging ult, that works out, etc.
Good job, team. Let's keep it going.
Team. Yeah. Didn't check on your team for a couple shots there. And I agree, it's hard to check on your team for long there because it's such a long flick. That's why we generally want high grounds. Okay, let's not go BAP versus the world. It's not worth it. I know you want the turret. It's not worth it. No BAP versus the world. Well, okay. Are we gonna press X and get our Brig to heal us? I'd really rather get an armor pack than use ships. Hey, it's a window. We're down 1, our Reaper can't use it. It's basically just for us and a 0 energy Zarya, but it's a window. It's kind of at the right time. Kind of. I'll take it. Oh, and we aren't even going to use our window. Okay, well, I dreamed, guys. I dreamed.
It's not my time.
Helden sterben nicht.
We're just going to chill and wait, right? Right? Semitic.
My ultimate is charging.
Rally to me!
Topping you up.
I don't love that shift. Yeah, you can't really babysit that person. It's not really your job to babysit that person. It's more Briggs, to be honest. It's much more your job to pay attention to the tanks, and you paying attention to that person has cost us a couple times. Move, move. Too late. You're trying. Okay, how's the rest of your team? Almost. Almost.
We should get the payloads moving.
I mean, this is... Okay. No, no, no. This was never a place you could play from. You're just resetting. Fine. We're not resetting.
Cease your resistance.
Helden sterben nicht.
I'm on fire! Everyone follow me! Time for the moment!
Okay. How are we going to use our window for this? How are we going to use our window for this? Window. Window. Mm-mm. It's not a window. Window. Whatever, your team's feeding.
Get in here. Fully healed.
I don't know if comms were going on, but the correct solution here was, hey, you're on cart, not up here. And the reason you wanted to be behind cart is so that you could drop the window as soon as they threatened coming back out. So that you just go, oh, you guys are coming out of one side because your tanks haven't gone up. We're going to drop ourselves a nice window right here, and we can see through either direction when you come, and we have the cart as our cover. And bye, we're going to blow you up. And it's going to be a pain for them to rotate through that window. And that's going to get you the checkpoint, or it's going to be like we chunk them down unless the Widow absolutely does work. And even if the Widow absolutely does work, hey, you guys still have some cover you can play with, etc. And after you put the window down, I don't actually mind if you go up here or back here, etc. But you need to be here at the right moment to put the window down. You don't have to. You could from here put the window down, etc. It's just it forces angles in a way we don't like because we do want a pretty straight window so that we can go that way or that way with shots through the window. Okay. Not your fault, your tank's through though, and I don't know if there was any voice. You got the Widow. You worked hard for that Widow. It wasn't the right call, but you got the Widow.
C'est tant qu'on voit un monde qui a veillé sur moi.
He was like twice as coachy to the last guy. I'm still coaching Sire Sappy here.
60 seconds.
I'm not being as aggressively sarcastic as I was, but I'm still coaching.
Delivery on the way.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Get out of here, or is it just me?
Mm-hmm.
Get in here.
Where was our weave? Where was our flick onto the torb? What's this lamp for? Are we that worried about them? Like, I think they still have plenty of health. Yes, they're in lava, but I think they have plenty of health. And they still have sound barrier left in one case. Now Lucio might want the lamp, but,
Get inside.
okay.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Hey, Evian.
Pigeon libre.
Mm-hmm. That was you over-obsessing over charging your boots. Yes, high-level players do regularly charge their boots so that they're available in case they get jumped, but you can see that your Reinhardt is missing health. He's yellow. That means he's missing health, etc. Okay. Fine. It's a 6v5. They're throwing an ult down. You could window. You could do it. You could window.
You all look like you needed some healing. Light them up.
That's no. No. All that window does is help you heal your Reinhardt. I'm so sad. It's going to help you heal the Reinhardt and break an Orisa barrier. No. We put our window more like this. We got, we got enough heals on our Reinhardt. We have a lamp out. We don't need to window to heal our Reinhardt anymore. Our window needs to be more far forward where they can use it to threaten this next section. Like, it's a little hard to draw on diagonals, etc. But effectively, your window needs to be, like, here-ish. At an angle is fine. Your window, like, here-ish. And you don't have to expose yourself very much to do that. You can be like, hey, I go here, I'm exposed for a moment, and there's a Reinhardt in front of me, and I put down my window.
Get in the immortality field.
No. Hey, so I think my windows and my tethers are both much better than my Mei walls. I might have to retire drawing Mei walls. Yeah, the corner is fine. I don't know, blah. Right click? Why was that another right click? Why wasn't there shots into the shield in the direction of the supercharger? Why was that a third right click? Left click? Immediately flick right click to Junkrat. No, you double left clicked there. You double left clicked there, now you have two critical people. You did pop your shift, but you do that. You do that. I agree you don't have a flick, so it's okay to chain right clicks. Now you have a left click. You can this can be left click, right click, left click. You're going to get a little delay from your flick timing because I'm aware that you're just, it's going to take you some time to do that flick and it's probably going to create a little bit of delay, but these are both worth doing. Two seconds on lamp. Right click. Okay, you want this? I can live with that.
Get in here.
No. Like, I get it. You want to make sure he doesn't go down during his tire, but absolutely not. You have no reason to believe that he's in any real danger. He didn't like tire in the middle of the open. He didn't tire while in front of his Reinhardt right here. This is fine. We don't spend the lamp on this unless we actually see a threat going after him. Lamp is a big cooldown. Like lamp is a really big cooldown. You see that 25 seconds there? That is a lot. Panic. Oh my god, he's standing still, lamp. Okay. Okay. Yes, Windows stack. Okay. 50, 100, 200. Yeah, I think that's scary. Everyone becomes Widowmaker. Yeah, that's what I figured. Most increases in this don't like to do the multiplicative stuff. They like to do more additive, so that doesn't surprise me. I could be wrong, but I would not at all be surprised to learn a many's right. Okay. I don't know if this Zarya is missing health or not, so I'm going to alternate right clicks and left clicks because I don't know. I mean, I do know because this is a replay, but if I'm Sire Sappy, I don't know, so I'm going to be like, hey, I'll alternate right and left clicks to keep this wall alive in front of me because if they're not missing health yet, they're about to be. Right click. That was a left click at our Rein. Right click, left click. Right click. Left click on the sim. Mm-hmm.
The payload is approaching its destination.
No. I know it's missing health, but let's be serious.
60 seconds.
Lamp could be mighty nice right now. Lamp might save your Zarya. If only we had a lamp. Shift, good. That's actually a good shift, even though you're not taking any damage. There's a lot of people that are missing health to roll this hot on. So good shift. Good. One more, and now we go back to pivoting. We've done enough in terms of critical healing. Now we go back to trying to alternate fires a bit. Now maybe we don't because there's the sim wall up, so maybe we do stay on Zarya here, actually. Zarya's not in the most danger anymore, Rhinus. You pivot back to healing your Reinhardt, though now you're going to have to reload. I don't like this. I don't like that you're standing in the open here. I'd like you to get, now that Zarya's healed up, a little more over here. Or if you want, you can, as an offensive player, take this spot because BAP has boots. Boots are cool. Yeah. Cool. No, the turrets aren't important enough. Pivot back and heal the Zarya. Lamp the Zarya. Lamp your front line. Please lamp and then shift.
Get in here.
Okay.
Let them up.
Good. Good.
Immortality bubbles down.
I don't think we've had a quality window yet, really. And we certainly had a bad lamp, and we're doing a terrible job of our weaving. But hey, we completed the map, and it looks like we, are going to be in this game.
Ready for battle.
Boots are pretty neat. Yeah, we're on the same page.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay. This is a long time out of line of sight of your team here. You're just so far behind on this rotation. I don't think you get in. Like, that Orisa probably sees you and isn't going to let you in.
Get in here.
Where did it go? Oh! Dang! Ultimate Frisbee arm there. Okay. Okay.
Get inside.
30 seconds remaining.
Roll your shift. Yep.
Weekend burst activated.
Fine. Challenge the Pharah because it's over if you don't. Fine. We need Mario skin BAP. Overwatch is on Switch now. Yeah. Please no. Please no. We cannot give Anna exo boots. That would be so scary. And this is junk time. It's okay. We can hold them. I believe, guys. I believe. You can't. No. Just learning what you can surf off of.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
There's some cool like monkey text to, you know, do long surfs, etc. through here and drop, etc. But like, I don't think there's any cool BAP ones, or if there are, I don't know about them.
I recommend moving behind my body.
No, that's a stall. What's a stall? Okay, whatever. Not sure why we're in front. We thought we wanted the high ground. We definitely don't want that high ground. It's too far forward, too dangerous. It doesn't let, like, we don't want to be in situations where we have to shoot this way, turn and heal, shoot this way, turn and heal. We don't want those. But okay. Yeah, I don't really like that we're even over here, honestly. We're going to have a really tough time getting out if our team gets pushed. Yeah, I don't like it. I'd prefer that we take more standard positioning over here. That's fine. We just try to stand at the back and go, I can lob right clicks, I can shoot left clicks through my team. I'd prefer more standard positioning. It's too easy to get split with where you were. And you don't have mobility as BAP, you just have boots. And that's vertical, but that's not horizontal to get out. Okay. Roll your shift. There's your... Go for lamp. Like, that's okay. The lamp probably just saved your life. I'm just surprised that we haven't rolled shift yet.
Up. An enemy's being revived.
And I'm going to work from here. And it's going to be great because I don't trust, you know, my health at this point. Yes, your health is mostly back, but I still want the high ground.
I'm a fighting bitch.
Very easy alternates. It is very easy to alternate between left clicks and right clicks onto your Reaper. Just, you know, left click their Reaper, right click our Reaper. Left click their Tracer, right click our Snowflake. You thought about it. I think you were trying to left click their Reaper there, but you right clicked him, and then you right clicked our Zarya. Up. You booped your head. Okay.
Get in here.
It's over. Okay. So. Okay. So the things that you're going to work on BAP. You care about the high ground, and I'm glad that you care about the high ground. That is good stuff. But one of the main benefits of the high ground for BAP, you know, obviously high ground is always good because it gives you an angle, it gives you some protection, it gives you, it gives you lots of good things. It gives you, for you, your right clicks because they arc down. It's nice to be able to arc down from above, etc. Like, all that stuff is good. But the real reason that we want high ground for BAP specifically is that from high ground, we can go, I alternate left and right clicks with really, really close crosshair adjustments between my left and my right clicks. Boom, 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 boom. That's what we're looking to do. So we want to be weaving. That's how the hero is designed, so that we get to weave between our right clicks, because we are a support. Between our right clicks, we can fit in these left clicks. And yes, our right clicks are more important than our right clicks. And if someone is absolutely critical, we will go, okay, fine, I'm going to get them back up to like maybe half health or 40% health, something like that. And then I'm going to go back to weaving, etc. But most of the time, we are looking to maximize our uptime, we'll call it, by weaving between our shots like that. It really is pretty meaningful. BAP actually does a lot of damage. And by not getting much of that damage out of his kit, because you're really not right now, you are missing out on a fair bit. The next thing that we're going to talk about, yeah, that's a Orisa that's lying on the ground there. Half of one anyways. The other thing that we're talking about is your windows. You forget you have windows for long periods of time. You don't deploy windows at excellent angles. We wanted to play angles right as the other team is sort of committed that they're starting down sort of a rotation into our team. We use it a little earlier than we'd use a lot of other ultimates because, we do want a little bit of space between our team and the other team for the window to do work, but it's a pretty fast charging ult. Use it right as the other team starts to commit to their rotation in, etc. You put up your window, your team does a lot with it, you do a lot with it, that's fine. If you have to give up otherwise, great position to put a window down, that's okay. Don't give yourself terrible position to put a window down, but if you have to decrease the quality of your positioning a little bit to put a window down, it's still worth putting the window down. And then the third thing is you were just too distracted by that tracer, man. Like that tracer, you were just tunneling hard on that tracer on defense, and you were chasing it all over the place. You were like, oh, I'm over here, I'm gonna watch this place in case it comes, I'm gonna watch this place in case it comes, I'm gonna go clear it out, I'm gonna go fight the tracer, etc., etc. And you don't want to be looking away from your team for too long in general. You are the healer that this team is expecting to chunk out the heals in a lot of situations. When you have the Ana, your Ana can potentially chunk out heals, but when you have your Zen or a Briggs or these other supports, they're expecting you to chunk out heals pretty consistently. And even if you do have the Ana, they're kind of expecting that they're going to get a stupid amount of heals and that Reinhardt can be stupid aggressive, etc. So you don't want to be missing for long periods of time. If I were to keep going, you're a little late on rolling your shifts most of the time, but we're really getting down into minute diminishing returns here. I would really start with, hey, let's make sure we're making an effort when it makes sense to be weaving between our left and our right clicks. That's going to be a lot of increased damage pressure, and that is going to help your team quite a bit. And then the windows. So, focus on one, you know the drill. Whether it's 10 games, whether it's 30 games, whatever it sort of takes to be like, okay, I've sort of habitually now am alternating, except when my team is critical, where maybe I get a little more focused, etc. And again, if it's something like, hey, I need to, let's pretend for a moment that the Zarya isn't here, and it's like, hey, these are bigger flicks. This is a fine flick to do, but if instead it was like, hey, I have to flick between here and here, that's fine. Just do the healing. You don't have to until the person is, up at like 80%. You don't need to go back to flipping, etc., to flicking, etc. But when they're close and you want to make them close on your screen, you should be doing your flicks between them, etc. Okay, if there's any questions, throw them in chat now. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as it really does help me out. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what the rates look like, join the awesome community we have here in chat, see what sort of promos or other events we have going on, what sort of wacky thing we've come up with for, oh, maybe we're going to do coaching now on how to win with this condition on us, like, not using shield as Reinhardt, only being a Blaster Mercy, whatever events we have going on, etc. Okay, let's see, questions. Did I miss anything? We talked about the Orisa there. She's napping. Okay. Sire, your windows are complete utter garbage. Please delete the game. Quoted Father Temporal. I mean, if you choose to interpret what I said that way, no, I think you can make them better. I do think you can make them better, but they are pretty garbage. Okay. She shed her skin. That's my brain. That's my DPS brain. Okay, and okay. It looks like that's what we've got, and I think I'm going to call it here. I'll probably have another video or two recorded earlier going up from sessions, but yeah, I think I'm probably done streaming for the night. Thanks, guys. Temporal out.